Hey everybody! Alright, today we're making sugar scrub. And now, one of my absolutely wonderful YouTube subscribers and Facebook chatters as well, I have a little Facebook soap chatting page, recommended this to me and I have loved it. This is a cement mixing pan, all plastic, that they sell at Lowe's, and it was just like under $6. And so this thing is awesome. It's even curved, so there's no pointy corners for things to hide in. It's awesome. And one of the first things you need to do is you need to spray your hands with alcohol. And if you're wearing gloves, spray your gloves with alcohol. I like to use my hands just with alcohol because, for one thing, are the gloves really sanitary? And then I'm always touching things, and if I touch it with my bare skin, I'm like, oh, I touched my shirt, I need to re-alcohol, or oh, I touched a cloth, I need to re-alcohol. So I like to use alcoholed hands. To each his own. Everybody make your own personal choice about that. And then we've got all of our ingredients measured out, and Megan, you got it? Okay. Now, all of my utensils has been sprayed with alcohol. All the dishes were sprayed with alcohol. Let the alcohol evaporate, or I used a clean sanitary cloth to wipe it out afterwards. All right. So what's our list of ingredients, Megan?
We have 20 pounds of sugar.
Come a little closer. I don't think you're in there. All right.
20 pounds of sugar.
All right, now we've got our sugar already in there, and one of the things about sugar scrub is you need, if it's going to be used for the face, and I think it's more pleasant for the body, you need a fine-grained sugar. And I had to buy like sugar at a whole bunch of different grocery stores of different brands till I finally found a brand that the grain was real fine. Domino's, which is one of your leading brands, has a very coarse feel to it, and it's just not pleasant for scrubbing the face. And I wanted this to be great for the face because it's awesome for acne. Okay, so we've got how many pounds of sugar?
20.
20 pounds of sugar.
14 cups of Epsom salt.
14 cups of Epsom salts, and there's that. We've already put that in. What else we got?
4 cups of baking soda.
4 cups of baking soda, and that's that right there. And you want to make sure that it does not use a caking agent that is a aluminum based. We don't want Alzheimer's or any of those wonderful fun things. All right.
4 tablespoons of thyme.
Oh, and go ahead and name off all the list, and I'll go ahead and be dumping them in.
Rosemary, marjoram.
And yeah, and that's 4 tablespoons of each one.
Mm-hmm. And kelp, turmeric, slippery elm bark.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I can't say that one.
Coriander.
Coriander.
All right, now I'm using organically grown herbs that are finely ground.
And then we've got 3 ounces of glycerin.
3 ounces of glycerin. And because I've got this pan, I can just put all of it in there at one time. But if you're doing this in a tall container that's hard to stir, I highly recommend that you shift all your powder up first.
3 ounces of honey.
3 ounces of honey. And I'm using locally grown honey that is non-pasteurized. That honey don't want to come off there. Okay.
And, 1 tablespoon of vitamin E.
All right, and what's the next ingredient?
1 cup of Shea Butter.
Mm-hmm. And what I did was I put that vitamin E in with my glycerin, so it's already in there. All right, now what was the next one?
1 cup of Shea Butter.
All right, and I measured that out as 8 ounces on the scale. And you can take and boil some water and then take it off the stove and let it cool just for a couple of minutes, and then just set your container down in there and just let it melt naturally. Yeah, I'll start handing those things to you. What's next?
And 1/2 cup of coconut oil.
All right, there's our coconut oil. And I did the same thing with that. Melted it.
Olive oil.
And how many ounces? Oh, how many? It was a half a cup, which is 4 ounces. And same thing here, 4 ounces. And the coconut oil is organic. The shea butter is organic, unrefined. And those, the coconut oil I got locally, but the shea butter I got from Essential Depot. And that is cold press, first press, extra virgin olive oil, also organic. All right, now we're going to do some stirring before we put our essential oils and our preservative in. So I'll give you a spoon, and I'll get a spoon, and we'll just start stirring. And let me bring the camera in closer so you can see this. And this is hard work right here, but it is so much easier. Now, one lady said that I ought to get a cement mixer, electric cement mixer. Electric cement mixer. Did you hear me say that? Electric cement mixer, because that would be better and for doing it with. But those things are expensive, guys. And they have the small ones that are not so bad, but when I went to look at them, they're hand crank. So I thought, well, that'll be the same thing as doing this. And so I thought, well, I might as well just do this. I mean, it's all the same. And you're going to have to, you know, all these little lumps and stuff. I thought a hand cranked, you know, cement mixer, you're still going to have these lumps that will form, and you're still going to have to see like how we do like that with the holes. Oh, these things with the holes are awesome. And so I thought, well, this is just going to be the same thing, because you're going to have to get in there, and I don't think the cement mixer paddles would break all these clumps up. And even if you mix all the powder up first, you're still going to get clumps with the liquid oils. So one way or the other, you're going to have clumps. So it don't make no never mind. Now, all right, now I'm going to let you keep measuring, keep shifting, and every now and then you do this right here. You just rake it across it, and it knocks those little clumps up. Okay, now while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about the essential oils. You can put this in at any levels that you see fit, as long as it's not more than 2%. You don't want it to be more than 2% of your total batch. So this is turmeric root, and as I said, I do this for acne for the face as well. And turmeric root is an anti-inflammatory, so this is really awesome for the face for acne or any kind of rashes or things or bad places on the skin. And then lemongrass is a natural skin toner, so that's why that one's so awesome. Clove is a natural antifungal, but it has properties that are different than tea tree in the antifungal category from my study on the subject. So I find clove, and also clove is used for gum infections and things to some degree. Clove oil, it's used for numbing the gums before they give you a shot in the dentist office. But so clove has lots of wonderful properties that makes it great for the skin. All right, and then of course tea tree, antiviral, antiseptic, anti-everything. It's antifungal. It's very healing. It's great for acne because of all these healing properties and antifungal and antibacterial properties. Plus, tea tree is It's very great for scars. So if anybody has acne scars or they have acne, it helps to prevent and reduce scarring, or existing scars as well. All right, and then lavender is extremely soothing, so that's nice in the shower. But lavender is one of the main ones for eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis. So it's very healing for the skin, and so that's why we're using the lavender. Lavender also helps to balance out your hormone levels, and we are scrubbing the whole body with this, so that's good. And then black cumin is your immune system builder. Plus, this thing is so good for so many things. It's used in a lot of cancer drugs. It's just awesome, black cumin. But it's also great for acne, and I didn't know that till just recently. So, black cumin has a lot of properties, and if there's one thing you study on black cumin and tea tree. They are some awesome essential oils. And so that's our last one. And I'm going to start drizzling that in. And we'll start mixing that up. And I touched my bottle, so I'm going to re-alcohol. And then this is our preservative. And I'm going to start drizzling that in. And we're using 3 ounces of preservative. And how many ounces of essential oils?
10.
10 ounces of essential oils. Weight on the scale, guys. Alright. And this is the only unnatural, you might say, thing added. But you cannot have your customers turning green. Now, a lot of people tell me, but salt and doesn't allow the production of mold. And by the way, salt is great for acne. And they say that honey, is totally against mold production, and that you just don't need it in sugar scrubs or bath salts. But I can't take those risks. My customers are too important to me. And if you have an open skin and you rub something on it that has got mold growing in it, you have the possibility of getting an infection under the skin, which then can get into the blood, which then can turn life-threatening. So we don't ever want to possibly damage anyone's skin or cause them an infection. So I will not take the risk of not using a preservative. And that's the same for lotions. Anything, soap doesn't require it, but anything else like that does. So we always use our preservative. And I'm using brambleberries, gerbabin, 2 I think they call it. But they're saying now, and I've just about drained my bottle, they're saying now that peripherin is better. So I'm going to buy that next time. I've always counted on brambleberry to provide me with safe and healthy preservatives, because they're all about, beauty products and making beauty products. And so I've always trusted them on this subject. But I'm told that one's better, and I'm told that they carry it, and I keep hoping Essential Depot will get preservative and whatnot. So we're going to just keep an eye out on their website for new products and everything. All right, now we're going to keep mixing this up, and then I'll bring you back. Hey everybody. Okay. I have done 3 videos today. One is sugar scrub video, and I put Megan to stirring, and then I was videoing everything else, and then I looked over and she was ready to package, and I gave her packaging directions, and then the next thing you know, I was like, oh, I forgot to do the rest of the sugar scrub video. She's washing dishes right behind y'all, guys. I'm sorry, but we got to get cleaned up. We're done. Woo! Okay, so anyway, I wanted to show you that I buy these little bags, and this is what I put my soap in. And I poke holes in them for the soap so the soap can breathe and it won't steam up and get all hot and mushy. And I buy these at the Wildwood Country Store, but you can buy them online. You search for clear poly bags, 4 by 2 by 8. And I buy 1,000 in a case. This is at the Country Life, and I paid, is that what I paid for them? Yeah, $25.75 for 1,000. And then I paid $4.35 for 2,000 ties. And that's these little things here, and I tie my soap up with those, but I also tie this up. Now I'm going to stick a label to the front of this with contents, and I always weigh. And what we do is, I'll need that too. What we do is we sit and we scrape it up and we pack, and we mound up this cup, and then we dump it in the bag. And then that is not pure accuracy, like when you're filling up a jar, you know, to the rim. So that means that the size will fluctuate some. And so I always make sure, I weigh each one of them, and I make sure it's between 8 and 9 ounces. If it should hit 9 on the dot, I'm okay. But I do in between 8 and 9 ounces. So like that one was 8.3, that one was 8.1, that one's 8.2. I have seen one or two that was like that's 8.3. A couple of them went up to like 8.6. 8.7. And how many did we get, Megan?
60 or 61.
60 or 61 bags. And we got 2 little bags, one for her shower and one for mine, because she hadn't tried it yet, but I know it's heaven. As soon as I use that, I'll go get me a big bag. And with the sugar scrub in the plastic bag, there's only one thing that you have to do. Well, now I should stop right here. You have to mix that until it is thoroughly mixed. There is no little balls of nothing in here. It has to be completely and totally thoroughly mixed. And it's hard on the muscles, but you can do it. So, and it took you what? An hour? An hour of just working it. So anyway, so once I bag this up, if you leave the tie off in the shower, it will absorb moisture, and the little balls of stuff will stick together, and it doesn't feel pleasant to the face to scrub with. So I tell my customers that if you have a container at home that will keep this airtight, then move it over into that container. Wash it and use rubbing alcohol with a paper towel and sterilize the container, and then dump your sugar scrub in there. But otherwise, you just have to make sure that you open up your tie. You don't use wet, dripping hands to get water in there. Scoop out what you need and affix your tie back immediately. What I do is I roll it like this and plop it down while I've got it in my hand, and then after I've used it, I go back and I tie it. But I never leave it just open where it can soak up moisture. Alright, and so after we've bagged, tied, and when you're bagging these, just to show you, what you do is you pop it down, you get it up tight, and you twist, and then you put your tie on so that it gets all the air out. The bags are more attractive that way, and it's prettier, and I like it better, and it just, I don't know, it just looks better, and you never know, getting the air out might be good for something else too. So anyway, and then remember to weigh your product if you're going to sell it. Make sure you're within an ounce range of each other and whatnot. And you can buy these little braid ties online too, if you like. And let's see, does that tell let's see. It does not say the thickness of the plastic, so I don't know that. Sorry. Alright, okay, now I've been telling everybody for ages now that if you want to go to Essential Depot's link and use my affiliate link to buy essential oils, that you can click on videos and it would be right there. Wouldn't you know they've changed it? So now you have to click on About, and it's my About page, sort of About Me, and there is my links, and there's a link to my website. There's a link to my Facebook chatting page, and I would just love to have you come there and learn how to make homemade soap with us. Or if you already know, you can share things you know and learn things you don't know, and we help each other. We ooh and ah over each other's soaping pictures. All right. You can post your videos, your sale pages, your links. We just have fun. We just have fun. That's what we do there. And we're a band of soaping friends. And then there's the Essential Depot link, and that sends a cookie over into the shopping cart. And if you stay on the website and purchase while you're there, I get a few pennies, and that really helps me out. So the recipe for this will be in the description, so you can make this at home, and you can break this up into like fours. You just take each ingredient and you just divide it by 4, and so that way you can knock it down to a smaller portion if you want to. And then if you, I get sidetracked. It's terrible. Let's see. So I did my website. Oh, if you'd like to buy some soap from me, my website link is there. Essential Depot's link. Oh, and soap sellers. I created a website where I design you one page that you can put your PayPal icons on, and you can sell your soap online. If you don't have a website and you'd like one page with your listings on it, it's really cheap too. I just did it to help folks out. It's not like a moneymaker for me in any way. It's just simply to help y'all guys out. If it's brand new, I think we've just got 3 people on the page so far. We've got several people working on it. You've got to have a PayPal account, that kind of thing. So anyway, but it's so much fun to have a web page, just a web page where people can go and click on add to cart, and pick out what bars they want, send it to a shopping cart, pay, and you get an email from PayPal that tells you what to send to who. And then you go to PayPal, and you can even buy your postage and print the label and stick it on the package, and out the door it goes. All right. Okay, well, I guess I talked enough. All right, so y'all have a wonderful day. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please share my videos on Facebook. And have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.